I'm realizing my fucking mic was muted! I'm doing great. Maybe I should just restart this. Can I auto, skip, save, load? I would like to leave! Leave my life. I apparently had my mic muted this whole fucking time. Mistakes in life are made. I am sorry. Main menu. Yes. I guess I'm gonna be rereading this because I forgot everything. I apologize that my mic was muted. Holy fuck. I was literally muted for like, what, 5 minutes? Love that. Alright, restart. I'm gonna just restart the audio because, yay. Besides, it doesn't really matter. New chapter, which means new voices because I already forgot all of their voices. Also, I apologize. I don't know why, for some reason, whenever I did a thing, I got a reward that said error whenever I changed my wallpaper to Sayori because I love Sayori and anyone who disagrees can fight me. Anyway, moving on. We're saying hi. So, hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention that she might draw to herself. And I am very oblivious to not paying attention to see whether my mic was on or not. Anyway, the person who's waving her arms around frantically is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never really see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because, you know, you've known each other for so long. Anyway, we used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would just get tired of waiting up. But she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. What a horrible friend I am. Jeez. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, Sayori, I missed you! I forgot what voice I did for you, but God, I missed you. I want to give you the biggest hug. Anyway, you're panting. I'll let you deal with that. I overslept, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but that's only because I decided to stop and wait for you. She seemed like you weren't even thinking of ignoring me. That's mean, Cheryl. Well, if people stare at you acting weird, I don't want them to think that we're like a couple or something. But I'm a girl. Oh well. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. And as we draw near, the streets become interestingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Oh, by the way, Cheryl, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't even decided to look, so I'm not bothering with it. That's not true. You told me that you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In, you know, maybe one of our many conversations where I dismissively just go along with whatever she's going on about. But Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just being on the average while spending my free time on games and anime, which is way too close to home. Anyway, proceed with your conversation, Sayori. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Thanks. Love that. Love being, what's the word? Called out. Anyway, your happiness is really important to me to know. And I know that you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you being a NEET in the next few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. I didn't want you to worry about me in the first place, Sayori, though. Like, no offense, hon. I love that you care, but why? Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. But I can't promise anything. Will you at least promise that you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I can promise you that. Yay! Oh, Sayori, look at your happy, cute face! Oh, I missed you. I really did miss her the most. Why do I let myself get so lectured by a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me just makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Nothing wrong with that. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. There's an anime club at the school? Dude! I'd love if there was an anime club at my schools. Hell, like high school with an anime club? Hell yeah, I'd be there. I'd be to every single meeting, every single day. Anime club in college? Same thing. But I would need to go to a professional, all-place university for that. But I would love to be in an anime club. If there's an anime club, sign me up, please. Anyway. Anime. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom as I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I thought I'd come in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You know you don't need to wait up for me, right? It's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. No, Sayori, I don't know. Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? No offense, but there's no way I'm going to go into your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. And not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Actually, I'm pretty sure that 99% sure, actually. She only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she then inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki make cupcakes and everything. Sayori, don't make promises that you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is actually that much of an airhead, or she's just so smart as to have planned all of this out. And honestly, for her to do that is very impressive. Anyway, I let out a long sigh. But I'm too busy petting a cat that just embarked on my lap. Anyway, fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Just one cupcake. Yay! Let's go! Can I bring the cat? And thus, today marks the day that I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school that I rarely ever visit. And hopefully my microphone is actually still functioning, and I did not stupidly make shit up. Anyway, Sayori is full of energy and swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member! I glance around the room. I forgot what voice to do for you, but you kind of seem... You're Yuri, I think. What voice did I do for you? What voice should I do? I'm gonna try... She seems like a very mature person, and I don't really have a mature voice. But for some reason, I can't help but want to give her a British accent, or like a little bit of British. So anyone who's from Britain, or London, or anywhere in, like, up in that area, I am sorry. A lot sorry ahead of time. Anyway, for some reason, Yuri's giving me the British vibes. I don't know why. Anyway, welcome to the literature... fuck! I'm gonna butcher this, I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome to the literature club. Fuck. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. What voice should I do for you? You have pink hair, you're really tiny. Kind of sound like me. How high pitched can I go for your voice? That'll be so funny if I did that for a voice. Oh well, it'll work. I don't care. I don't really care about it. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh god, another voice I have to do on the fly. Cheryl, what a nice surprise. I don't know. Welcome to the club. That's the only thing I could do. So we got British, high-pitched squeak, and broken robot. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What am I? Okay. Winner, what are you doing? My cat wants to join the club. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. There is nothing to say. Your voice is so high-pitched, I'm not even sure if you even spoke English. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one that I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think that she's probably a first year. And she's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her whenever she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki. She's always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. God, sorry, Monica. You're gonna be broken. I don't know what to do for Monica. To me, she's just nothing but broken. So, it's just broken left and right. It's great to see you again, Cheryl. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. Actually, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica's probably the most popular girl in our class. You know, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's athletic, and 100% out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little weird, awkward. It's kind of weird that I'm joining with a bunch of people that I have no idea who the fuck they are. But, you know, it's fine. Anyway, yeah, you too, Monica. Come sit down here with me. You room at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll go get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I will get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make us some tea as well? Is it really wrong of a stereotype if I say that it matches because Yuri's getting tea, and the British do love their tea, so it works. Anyway, the girls have a few desks arranged to form a table, and as Sayori mentioned, it's been so widened that there's literally one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri are over at the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Feeling pretty awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori, because I would rather be around a social friend. And pet my cat. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table with a tray in her hand. Okay, are you ready? Tada! Oh, whoa. That is the funniest thing that I gotta think of is, oh, whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen fluffy white cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry up and take one. Yes, little Minnie Mouse, which matches with your hair. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Yes, I am going to follow Monica. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and already managed to get icing on her face. Also, if you notice, her uniform is very sloppily made compared to everyone else. I don't know why I just now noticed that, but that's a really interesting touch. Anyway, I turn the cupcake around with my fingers and looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down, and the icing is so sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is actually really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Amazing for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori actually said, well, maybe. Cool. But not for you, dummy. Okay, brat. Anyway, I give up Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set, and she carefully places a teacup in front. Error. Place the teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. So, you keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Well, whatever it is, I totally believe you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna believe you anyway. I am distracted by the cupcake. I'm gonna drink it with some delicious tea. Anyway, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I do enjoy some tea. Do you have any sugar? No? You're just gonna stare at me? Cool. Guess I'll shut up then. What kind of tea we got? We got Earl Grey, green tea. I love some green tea. Anyway, proceed with your conversation, Yuri. Well, I'm glad that you like tea. Yuri faintly smiles to herself. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you... So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question, and something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That is okay, do not be embarrassed. We will make sure that you feel right at home, okay? As president of Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised you're managing to go with these sentences. Anyway, how come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs, you know? Like, weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Ha 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 ha. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling a dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I don't know how I'm doing this right. I don't know. But something about the whole Monica thing, I'm ruining her voice no matter what. So I guess I'm just gonna keep on ruining it in every different angle possible. Anyway, we're gonna keep on going with Monica. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worth the while. But it makes school events like the festival much more important. I am confident that we will all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? That sounded threatening. And the answer is yes. Apparently everyone else seems to be just moderately agreeing with Yuri. We'll do our best. You know it! This is not weird. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of having a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. And apparently, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to let my cat out of the club room. She would like to leave now. Be free, cat! I now have to suffer. Great. Now I'm just alone with these 4 women. I'm gonna call them women because they seem mature enough. Moderately. Anyway. I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature now without my cat. So Cheryl, what kind of things do you like to read? Not much. Concerning how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good answer. Manga, which is really true. There's a lot of manga that I have that I'm reading. But besides the point, I like to read manga. I'm at a quite myself, half joking. That was not a half joke. I have manga out the ass. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I mean, that can change. What the fuck am I saying? I woke up without ever seeing I spoke without seeing Sayori's sad smile. Anyway, Yuri, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Hopefully she doesn't accidentally burn her finger in the hot tea. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Keep talking, I'm listening. Well, the level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking about that delicious cupcake and eating it while I enjoy some delicious tea. Everything is fine. Anyway. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment that I walked in, but it's obvious that the way her lies? You lying, Yuri? By the way her eyes lift up, that she finds comfort in the world of books and not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with a deep psychological element usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? No. I don't know what the answer is. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror books lately. Oh yeah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or is she? There was this one book that I had to read like 2 or 3 times in both middle school and from middle school to high school. I had to read this book. And it was called Animal Farm. And it's basically talking about this historic thing that happened regarding Stalin and Russian stuff back then, and they did it in animal form. It's called Animal Farm because it's literally about the animals on this farm, and it talks about the events that happened in history, but they do it with animals instead of people, because back then you weren't allowed to say anything negative about the government system. And I had to read this like 2 or 3 times, which is pretty interesting. But it was something. I wouldn't read it again, because I've read it like 3 times already. Don't want to read it again. And then you got another book that's called Fahrenheit something, some number. Not a huge fan of that one. It was very boring up until like near the end, whenever things apparently took a turn for the worse, and the main character ended up technically doing something drastic in the government and broke it, and was then a wanted criminal because he broke the system. Because there's a system that you have to follow, and he had done it for his whole life, and then there was that one moment he went away from that said system of order, and then he was on the run for his life. Which is pretty interesting, but you have to read like 2/3 of the book before you get to that really good juicy 1/3. But hey, if you're interested in that type of story, by all means, have at it. Anyway, you're kind of talking to someone with a rock about a horror. Anyway. Oh, hi Monica, you're gonna join in now. Really, I would not have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror! Of course not. Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, right. You usually like to... Error. Reprogramming. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give it back!
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. I think you're just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up to Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
And you're not very loud and annoying. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. I'm not trying to be a caring person, because you're obviously just so rude. But I think that's impressive that you actually can write words with rhyming. And then why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
I'm a very confident writer, or you just don't like me and you're just very self-aware? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you would share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That sounds very threatening. But alright, sure. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Never mind the music playing in the background. We're in silence. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly at Monica. Let us all go home and write a poem of our own. Next time, whenever we meet, we will all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Let's totally do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cheryl? Monica smiles warmly once again. I feel on edge. I made Monica terrified. Anyway, there's a problem with this. Monica, please don't choke me with your robot arm. What is it? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been going on with my mind the whole time. I never said that I would actually join this club. So he may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any direct decision. I still have the clubs to join and look at and, all four girls just stare blankly with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Cheryl, guys, y'all, I'm totally defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I don't know. As far as I know, I thought I was female, but I guess I might be, I mean, I could still be a girl. I could just be, like, lesbian or bisexual. Oh well. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every single day of my life with these beautiful women. Alright, fine. I've decided. I will join the literature club. The way they just all perked up. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yay! I'm so happy! Sayori, I could not get mad at you. You are adorable. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Oh, awesome! I get a hug! Anyway, knock it off. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Don't worry about Natsuki. Shove a cupcake in your mouth, why don't you? Well, this makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Please don't choke me with that metal arm. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next class meeting. so that we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Please, I'm begging you, don't choke me.
Cheryl, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Totally, I'm gonna save my life. Empty slot. Perfect. And go back. Aha. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I had to feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up with their food.
Hey, Cheryl, since, we're done here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right! Sarah and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, why not? Might as well. Yay! My microphone is hopefully on. Anyway, with that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every single day of my life in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to get the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do I have other homework? Oh god, it's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Before I do that, I feel like this is important. Save. We're gonna put that one here. Am I the only one who feels like there's something off? And also, is it weird that that my character wants to specifically have one person? Like, it's like weird. Joy. Sing. Fantasy. Party. Treasure. Bouncy. Flower. How much more of these? Milk. Anime. Secretive, lazy, ocean, anxiety. Anxiety. Ooh, waterfall. Music. Wonderful. Adventure. Journey. Silly. Childhood. Peaceful. I don't know why I'm actually thinking of these. Imagination. Clumsy. I hope I did something right. Hi again, Cheryl. Did you make the poem? Yeah, I did. Ha ha ha. Glad to see you did not run away from us. Ha ha. There would have been consequences if you did. Don't worry about that. I think I'm making Monica very terrifying for me. Anyway, this might be a little strange for me, but at least I'm a girl of my word. And I'm back at the literature club. I was lost to come in, so everyone already managed to be hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cheryl. I hope it isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Yeah, nothing better than, Monica staring at me, making sure that I am never allowed to leave this club. Anyway, let's not talk about that because I feel like if I do, she's going to come after me. Anyway, proceed with your conversation, Yuri. Making you dive headfirst into literature whenever you're not even accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
It's she?
Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
I even said that yesterday as well, so...
And last year too! I'm not done talking! if you don't, I don't know if you're planning to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room, so keep your mouth shut. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga, but she knows that if she says anything else, Monica will literally choke her.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plods back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. She always gets her best as long as she's having fun.
She helps me with busy work without even asking me.
Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sorry, I only do that because your room is so messy that it's distracting. Never mind my messy room. Your room is messy and it bothers me. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Cheryl can become good friends too.
Sayori? I think it's a different type of friendship that she's thinking of. Well, as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the world of the weird situation she just put me in. Oh! You even brought something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. What about me? I'm gonna sit here and drink the tea. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. You mind telling me what it is? Because it's kind of weird at this point. Never mind. Sorry made it sound like it's a big deal whenever it's really not. What do I do? Just give me the item!
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't even thinking.
I guess it means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey! Give me said item. Whatever item it is, I don't know what you're talking about, but just head it over. I'm pretty sure whatever it was is nice. Anyway, don't worry about it. First of all, I actually wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Forget about literally the threatening way that I just did. Monica's having an impact on me. Anyway, any nice gesture from you is probably a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, it won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright.
Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. My microphone is hopefully still running.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite not reading much. Yuri thinks. I'll definitely look into this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, she's busy messing with the screwdriver in her arm. We're gonna mention that. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is buried in a book. I can't notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. I mean, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down at a nearby desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I mean, I guess I could always read the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna have some really lame compared to all the clubs though. Well, we cannot give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that the literature club is safe. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds so dense and intellectual. But it's not like all of that, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone.
Something that speaks to their creative minds. I'm going to ignore the fact that you sounded really murderous for a minute. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? I mean, even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do things to speak their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's actually taking this seriously? It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that is a good point. You are such a good Padawan. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! How about cupcakes? How about we do cupcakes? Can we do cupcakes? Oh boy. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Hey, hi, Black Sheep. How are you? Don't mind me. I'm not totally being threatened against my will with Monica. Hopefully my mic is working, because apparently it didn't work for the beginning 5 minutes. And now I'm here. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcake. This worked out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcake speaks to me creatively. And it also speaks to my creative tum-tum. Cupcakes it is then. Actually, speaking of which, I'm pretty hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason that I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind into things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I'm good just cleaning up and saw you. Cool! I'm off in my head, so this is a head conversation. God, you're close to my face hole! Hi! I open my eyes and find Sayori's face filling my vision. Oh yeah, I am! I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry, wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping. You were sleeping. How dare you? Join back later? Alright, cool. See you later, Black Sheep. This is not a napping club. It's a literature club. Does our school have a napping club? Because I would love to join that, actually. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Shut up and don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. I get it. I need sleep. Anyway, you're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That is a problem. How about you? Look out for yourself more than you should be looking out for me. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. Oh, sure, hon. That's not very convincing. How many days has it been since you've gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. Can't even do that. Yeah, that's not an option. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? I don't see words on me. You're clearly in a rush this morning. Your hair is sticking out all around. I run my fingertips to the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. You really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right, you know? Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that, because I'm not going to fall for it. There's also more than just your hair. Your bow isn't straight either. And there's even toothpaste on your collar, right there. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you though, because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Meanie.
Keep calling me a meanie. You haven't even buttoned your blazer. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? It's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I said to button your blazer from the bottom. Want to see how much better it looks? You'll change your mind. Oh shit. Hi, Angle. Cool. Also, the way the floor is tiled is both interesting and concerning. I don't like the floor. The floor is weird. Anyway, this is awkward. I have a bow on my face now. This is so funny. How is this funny? I'm trying to button up your shirt because apparently you can't do it yourself. Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does all these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say anything like that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy that we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near your chest. Oh no. Does this thing even figure properly? It did whenever I bought it. How long ago did you buy it? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling at? It means that my boobies got bigger. We don't call it though. We call them palungalos. Palunga bungalows. Don't say that out loud, okay? Anyway, it looks so much better now. So, why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! It's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then he won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like that. And you take care of me more than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying that embarrassing stuff, Sayori. Huh? But I didn't say anything embarrassing. I was saying something logical. Ah, jeez. Anyway, let's just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Oh, if you try to focus on going to bed earlier, fine. Sounds like a deal. It's a deal. I guess we really are taking better care of each other than we're taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems that we wrote now? Yay! Poem time! Sure, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, sure, same. I feel to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation then finally ends. I can't believe that I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I never really did this before. Well, now that everyone is ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? That's right, you need to socialize. I can't wait. Oh boy. Yay. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. And on the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. And I do the same for myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Does this matter? Monica! I will start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know that I'm actually putting an effort. Hi, Monica.
Hello, Cheryl.
Having a good time so far? Yep, totally am. Good, I am glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new at writing and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I am always listening. Do not be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, yeah, sure. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. It's Monica! She threatened me to stay! Anyway, I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, would you like to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have no choice. Here you go. Ah ha 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 ha. Do not worry, Cheryl. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, sure. That's totally true. I don't feel threatened by you at all. I hand Monica the poem. Scanning, scanning, scanning. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. You think so? You and Sayori are really good friends, yeah? I would be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we might be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different from one another. Analyzing. Saving data. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you would not expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you are really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think that is the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Aha. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Ha 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 ha. I could be. Gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing is kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot, actually. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Ha 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 ha, that is okay. I'd love to see you try new things. New data for me to collect. Error. That is the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style, but I will always help you find what suits you the most. Do not force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah ha ha ha. I don't know how much longer I can smile without it hurting my face, because this is freaking me out. I think I've made Monica too creepy. I guess it works. Anyway. Do you want to read poem? Sure, I guess. Do not worry, I am not very good. Well, you sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Haha, that is because I have to sound confident. That does not mean I always feel that way. You know. Let's read it. By read, I mean me. I'm going to be reading this. Hole in the wall. How long is this poem? Okay. It couldn't have been me. See the direction, the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I will never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see it. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, it wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I was not looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Interesting. Weird. Sounds like there's some meaning in here that I can't find. Because for some reason, the bottom 5 lines, or maybe like 7, like just a little hole, not too bright, deep, stretching forever into everything. It was a hole of infinite choices. Those words for some reason kind of makes me think of like life in the world. But I'm probably reading too much into this. Anyway, I realized that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. It's like you're having like an out-of-body experience, I guess, is what I'm thinking. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, here's your poem back, Monica. What do you think? It has to be only positive words. It's very free form. That's what you want to call it? So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ha ha ha, it is okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular these days. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. So, what was the inspiration behind this one? Error. Recalibrating. Well, I'm not sure if I should put it this way, but I guess you could say that I had some epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yes, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like this, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here is Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Keep your pen in the same spot for too long, and you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Move your hand, go with the flow. That is my advice for the day. Thank you for listening. Yuri, here's your poem. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading it. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. You're just staring very intensely at it. It's kind of concerning. I'm gonna drink some more tea now. I just need to put my thoughts into words, so. Hold on a moment. Alright. This is your first time writing a poem, correct? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Is it that bad? No, not at all. Did I just raise my voice? Sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. It doesn't really look like she's burying her face on her hands in this image. But oh well. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes that we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. Percy, what were you saying? Right, it's just that There are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Man, once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not everything you could be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building on them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes down with practice and by learning by example and trying out new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you vulnerable feedback. Or valuable, not vulnerable. Anyway, Natsuki be a little bit biased though. Biased? How is Natsuki biased? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. My apologies. Oh, you're fine. I'm not really sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Anyway, do you mind if I read your poem? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. It's kinda funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Is this it? Alright. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. If the light flickers, I flicker back. This kind of seems that she, or this person, I don't know. This kind of seems like, what's the word I'm looking for? An emphasis of, like, a hidden meaning. Kind of like, she wants to be in the past. She wishes that this moment could last forever. And it doesn't have to change. But it will soon be changed to the blue-green of the future that it mentions in the one of the lines in the middle. It says that. But I think really she just wishes that things, like she wants to stay in the past. She wants things to remain as they are. But sadly not everything is going to stay that way and she knows that, but she's just trying to hold on to that little bit of light, quote unquote, that is there. She wants to hold on to that little bit of the past, even though everything else is changing. She doesn't want to let go of the past, is what I'm getting. That's what I think is going into this poem, but I'm not an expert. Do not come after me. Anyway, moving on. Hi, Yuri. I'm not gonna talk about this. I didn't even mention it. I'm just reading it. Here you go. Have this back. I've been staring at a poem for a long time, probably longer than you've been staring at whatever poem I made about, pancakes and versus waffles. And I was talking about the textures of pancakes and waffles. Well, you're gonna ignore that poem. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Huh? I wasn't talking about the handwriting. I wasn't talking about that at all. What are you talking about? I wasn't thinking that. But you would take a long time to read. Oh, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. You think so? That's a relief. Also, I really like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer ones. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Cheryl. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. but I'm pretty sure she's just trying to cling on to the past. Anyway. Well, I do suppose you only glanced over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining moment of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. A lot more solemn putting it that way. Was I right? Hell yeah! I hadn't even thought of that. That is a lie. I totally did. I just wanted to act dumb. Aha! Anyway, that's impressive. I'm going to be a positive person. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Anyway, I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Natsuki!
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt. Just like you. Anyway.
Well, excuse me? It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste?
Do you want me to smack you?
Like, you couldn't even reach me, honey. Anyway, I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I just need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
This one I'm going to put into a deep thought of we are no better than anything else. Everything does something in a specific way, and there is no changing that. There is no other thing that we can do. Cheetahs can't only run. They don't do anything else significant. Owls can look. They don't fly. They don't do other specific things. Eagles fly. They can't do the same thing that owls can, which is seek. The people can only try. They don't try to. They can only try. There's no such thing as being this, that, the other. That's it. Which kind of makes me think of like, this is kind of like a weird way of making fun of something by saying, this, we are limited by this. This is all that we can do. And it's not. And it's kind of like a weird way of making fun of the, we can only do this. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, here you go. Here's your poem back, Natsuki. I had a deep idea about it. And, yeah, here you go. You're basically making fun of the limitations.
I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I liked it. I was just giving you my input, but of course you're not gonna listen to me. I guess I'm too tall for you to hear me.
What? Be honest.
I am. I told you, but you of course are not gonna listen to me. Anyway, why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people didn't even try to take my poem seriously.
Yeah, sure. But isn't the point of a poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Exactly! I know it would be easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you get great things that are heart-recognizing, so I decided to write about it.
I'm gonna say I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngs one here, did you?
I wasn't expecting the youngs to sound so annoying. I accidentally made Natsuki annoying as fuck. God. Anyway, I decided to humor her with that last comment. I had around really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I don't want to take that away from her. That's probably going to be the only thing that she has. Sayori! My sweet girl Sayori! Oh my goodness! This is super good, Cheryl. Really? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm even doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Oh, jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. But I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So whenever I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Cheryl poem! And it makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugged the sheet of paper against her chest. Oh, you're so weird, Sayori. I'm really just happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm sitting in front of you in the club room. Oh well. Of course! I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Cheryl, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Hey! I am very selfish, and don't get that mixed up in your head. While trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people would do. Sayori, I'm not a nice person. But thanks anyway. I'm not really sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. But then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason that I joined. Knowing how much this means to her. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? And that'll be my way of thanking you. Sure. I'll hold you on to that then. Yay! Now it's time to read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, is it? Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, so for some reason, this poem is making me think like it's a positive at the top in the first two. In the bottom, it kind of seems like it's like a hidden message to someone. Not sure who, but to somebody. And they're trying to explain that Dear Sunshine is the only reason that's keeping her around, because it seems like I could sleep forever usually kind of indicates that they could literally die or something negative, and I don't know why that's just really odd. But everything else seems like they're trying to, like, the sunshine's like the only thing that's keeping her happy. They give her some happiness. And without that happiness, she could go into this very dark state at the bottom. But hey, that's just my idea. Hey, Sayori. This might just be a guess, though. But, did you wait until morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be so mean! I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that as a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like Sayori. A Sayori poem, if you will. Really? Of course. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. You get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me. It was so much fun. Monika's the best. That's a random statement to come out of nowhere, Sayori, but alright, I'm gonna ignore it. Yeah. Next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Probably gonna end it soon. Once I get to the second poem part, I'll probably stop. Phew! I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. Just as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way that my poems cannot stand up to theirs, you know? I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up writing myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. Maya's in on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What the fuck is with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returned to the poem with the desk in one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
Well, I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you were trying to have a hard time to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it only just didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I could have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Cheryl did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I do not expect any change anytime soon, especially from a child so little I can barely see her. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Cheryl also liked my poem too, you know. She even told me that she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh shit, music on. Uh-oh.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri.
What? Oh no, shit, I'm a part of this now. It's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Cheryl appreciates my advice more than she appreciates yours.
Huh? And how do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? You're just full of yourself.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do more cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose belongalows magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cheryl started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little.
This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed that I was standing there. Cheryl, she's just trying to make me look bad.
It's not true. She started it.
We have a very late member to the team who's going to join us now, and that would be Winter. Winter, please join the club. Help me out. Thank you. I had to get... This is interesting tea, actually. I have my winter cat, and I'm going to enjoy some tea. Hi. Here she is. So this is an interesting tea that I'm going to be experiencing. I got distracted. I got a cat. What are we talking about? That's it. You were saying something?
Yeah, if she didn't get over herself to learn to appreciate that civil writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have been happening in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her.
Wait a moment.
There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's only one way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, but it's also a waste of time. You understand that, don't you?
How did I get dragged into this place? It's like I know a thing about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gonna be, cat! Winter, distract! Winter, floof. Pet the adorable kitty cat. Unless you're allergic, then probably don't. But I have a cat. Would you like to love on the kitty? Enjoy the cat. No? You guys don't like the floof? Sayori, help me! Atsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth, and the cat is going to ruin my window. So instead, I turn to Sayori. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. So how come the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Hey, Winter, what are you doing?
Going up?
There you go.
I'm gonna hold my cat until you guys figure it out.
Cheryl, well, it's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, then why did you bring me into this situation? You two are having a conflict, and you apparently decided to drag me into it as well. So if I'm not allowed to drag someone else into it to get this already dealt with, this is just a point of wasted effort.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that she's such a stuck-up jerk.
She would never.
It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you even listening to yourself? That's exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
Thank you, Sayori, for shutting them up for once. Line. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings in just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your mind. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Damn, Sayori, if you know exactly what to say, I'm gonna take a sip of tea for that. Let that resonate. Natsuki, Yuri, you got something to say?
Well, because...
Well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's bungalows are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori, that's a little bit off topic. Sayori stands triumphantly as she stands on a desk that I have conveniently just put so that she could step on it perfectly so that she could be on a podium. Anyway, Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression as she holds the chair to help her step up. I'll make us some more tea. Thank you! Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is the vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come up as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I could not even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ah ha 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 ha. No, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Analyzing. Download complete. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. So you can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. I don't think I want to trust Monica. Okay, everyone. It is just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Hopefully my stream is still alive. Seems to be working fine. I'm gonna save here. It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Cheryl, how about you? I'd say the same. It was neat getting to talk about poems with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we will do the same thing again tomorrow. And maybe you will learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I could learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. And with any luck, that means that I can at least do a better job expressing those that I want to impress. I nod to myself in newfound determination.
Hey Cheryl, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go home. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Hey Sayori? About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does this kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've actually seen them fight like that. I promise that they're wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I of course don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see though that they'd be good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Cheryl, it's nice that I get to spend time with you at the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's,
everything's gonna be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still has no idea of the situation that I'm in, but being friends with everyone's nice. There's a really neat stuff there. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more than myself to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. And we're here! I'm gonna save this one as poem number 2. Done. Well, I'm probably gonna call it here. Thanks for dropping in. Hopefully my mic actually worked this entire thing. I feel really bad for the last handful of minutes in the beginning that I stupidly messed that up. But basically what I was saying was I was really confused that it was on a desktop looking server whenever you first go to your home page, which is kind of weird to me. And then after that, you can change your wallpaper. So I changed to Sayori because I love Sayori. And then I got an award that basically said, like, error, which is kind of weird. And I kind of made some joke about it. I can't remember. But sadly, that will never be heard. And that will just be in the void of silence. And by the time I realized that my shit wasn't activated was literally whenever I was playing the very beginning. So there's that. Anyway, I hope you have a good night or day depending where you're on the world and depending on if you see this. I also apologize for being literally quiet in the beginning. And I hope you have a good day. See you around.